Hello, thank you for joining me. Right now I am working on the ties that go in the back of New Look 6732. So I'm going to use this special foot. It helps sew right up along the edge. See, these straps are kind of small. So this helps me keep the thread, here we go, right up to the edge. Later on in the video, I am going to do a pattern review on this New Look 6732. It is a wonderful pattern for your spring handmade wardrobe. And if you are in the mood for sewing spring clothes right now, you will definitely want this pattern. In today's video, I am going to share with you, of course, the alterations that I did, the fabric I used, and would I make this again? Also, what size I used. Now, I've just attached some footage of me making the garment. If you want to fast forward to the pattern review, you can. I believe there's like a timestamp in the descriptions tab of this video. Okay, right now I'm working on, there's this gathered part in the front. So you slightly gather it and then you sew this, I think they call it like a placket, to it goes up into the shoulder area. So I've just right here, in order to gather it, I moved my stitch length clear over to a 4, and then I just pull the top thread. And then I'm just going to adjust the fabric to fit with the piece that I'm going to sew on top of it right here. Now I'm working on the neck area. This is the neck facing. Instead of usually using an actual interfacing, this is just a piece of like quilter's cotton. It's just plain white. And don't let V-necks scare you. They used to scare me. This is actually a V-neck, this is in the back of the shirt. So just in case you were like, oh, I didn't know this was a V-neck. And let's see, what am I trying to say here? Okay, moving on. This part though, I had to do a bit of maneuvering because I lowered the neckline by about 2 inches, but then something happened with the interfacing part of it, the white cotton part. I don't know. So what I had to do is gather the neck area to try to get it to fit on the white interfacing type piece. So you'll have to let me know if you think that it turned out okay when you see the finished shirt. I apologize, I did not get a good enough picture of the V, but here it is right here, and you just want to cut it to the thread line, and then I always put fray check right there because you have to cut it so close to that thread line. And then you just fold it back over, and you can see it lays really nicely, and then I just have to iron it. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some more music on right now. I'm going to use my rolled hem foot to finish all the raw edges, and then we will get started with the pattern review. Okay, so kind of different because I lost the adapter to my other mic, so that's why I have this on. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Okay, so I have the shirt right here, is right back there. I just can't move around very much, but I will grab it. I'm gonna go through all the details of it, and then I will also try it on for you. So let's go ahead and look at the details of the pattern. So it is a Mrs. top. These are the different views. I love how it has the long sleeve, perfect for spring. This one is a great pattern for summer, and then this one right here doesn't have as many ruffles. And so all the looks I love. The body measurements, I'm just going to skip to the finished garment measurements, and it says for the bust, it goes from a bust size of 37 all the way up to a 46 and a half, which is a size 16 to a size 18. So the suggested fabrics to use are cotton lawn, double georgette, lightweight cotton types, linen. I actually used a crinkle crepe. It's a crinkle wrinkly crepe rayon fabric, and I'll go through the details of that as well. Okay, let me grab it really quick. Made me a size 14, and I went with view B, and here it is right here. Now you can see in the video I used my rolled hem foot to finish the edges, and it came out it's such a time saver. So I did that to the bottom and up here for all the ruffles, and then I also used my serger. Now the neck is what I had a problem with. Let me just go in order. It says, were the instructions easy to follow? Yes, I believe the instructions were really easy to follow. I think it would be beginner friendly. You've got the V in the back, but you guys, I used to be so scared of V-necks, but they're really not hard. All you need to make sure to do is just cut the slit so that when you fold the fabric over, it lays flat. Now, one thing that I did, and I do this on mostly all of my patterns, is I lowered the neckline, and I lowered it by about 2 inches, but then it kind of gave me some problems. I don't know, I guess I didn't know how to compensate for lowering the neck on what to do with the lining, because somehow it then didn't match up. But overall, it ended up being really nice. So this is what the inside of it looks like. I'll show you one thing that you want to make sure that you do when you're sewing with a rayon fabric is to serge every single raw edge so that it will last you a long time. So this is like what my inside looks like, just really clean finishes. I actually would serge both pieces and then sew them together. So before I even start constructing them and sewing them together, I run it through the serger. So each raw edge is serged individually. And then let me just reiterate, for the alterations, I would lower the neckline about 2 inches so that it's not choking you. And I'll go and try it on so you can see what I'm talking about. But the other thing that I thought that I struggled with is the armholes were too big. And I think that's only an issue on view B because you don't have the sleeve. If you were to sew up, view A, then the armholes wouldn't even be an issue. I just don't like armholes that hang down and you can see my bra. I hate that. So I had to close that up a little bit by maneuvering the ruffles. And you can see that right there in that video, how I kind of had to unpick it, and it was worth it in the end though. Okay, I'm gonna go try it on. I'm also gonna share with you some pictures. I did wear it in Cabo as well, and I'm gonna give you the details on where I got the fabric. So don't go anywhere, I will be right back. Okay, here we go. So you can see that I lowered it by about, 2 inches, because otherwise it would come like clear up here. And with patterns that I've done in the past, I hate that when it's too high like that. This one I think fits really nicely. And see how pretty the ruffles are. And then, I closed up the armholes on the side. What else I love about this fabric when you're going to be wearing it in the summer is that I don't have to wear a tank top underneath. It's not see-through. Big win. I got this fabric from Joanns. It's a new style. Hold on. I got this fabric from Joanns, new this season, so you can go and pick up some. I think it'll sell out fast because I love the pattern of it. I osen have o be perf to e beautiful. Let's go ahead and show you how this shirt fits in Cabo. So would I make this pattern again? Absolutely. It is a great pattern for spring because it has the sleeve options. Now these new look patterns, they're only like $2.99. So make sure that you go and get this pattern right here. And also now is the time where you can check out my other pattern reviews. So I do hope to see you in my next video. And until next time, happy sewing. Bye guys.